Hello everyone, I am Rajalakshmi. In this video, we are going to discuss which are the different methods to charge our electric vehicle. Being faced with normal and fast charging methods and different connector types can be a little daunting at first. But in fact, it is much more straightforward than it first appears. In this short guide, we will let you in all the key information you need to know. Essentially, it comes down to two main considerations: where you decide to charge and how fast you decide to charge. These are interconnected, and the charging speed will depend on which particular electric vehicle you own, its battery capacity, and to what sort of charging system you are using. The commonly used methods are home charging, or you can say trickle charging, which has two categories with your household current with an installed AC wall box. Second method is conductive charging, also has two categories, AC charging and DC charging. The third method is inductive charging, also has two methods, static charging and dynamic charging. The fourth method is battery swap. So let's begin. Trickle charging or home charging. You have two options: charging your electric vehicle at home using your own domestic mains electric supply, or making use of public charging stations. There are two types of home charging available: using trickle charge with your household current, or AC household charge with an installed wall box. First one, with your household current. It provides charging through a standard 220 volt plug that comes with your electric vehicle. The other end is simply plugged directly into your electric vehicle. It doesn't require additional charging equipment. It can deliver 13 to 16 km of range per hour of charging. Using home charging is only recommended in urgent cases when you have low battery charge and cannot drive to public station or access a AC wall box at home. This is because the use of household electricity may cause problems associated with electricity bills and electrical loads. So always use this charge solution with caution and discuss with your electricity provider before first use. Purchasing an ICCB means in-cable control box cable when using trickle charge is recommended for maximum reliability. The second method is with an installed AC wall box. This is most common and recommendable home charging option. It provides charging through a 230 volt outlet, which allows charging 3 to 4 times faster than household current charging, depending on the acceptance rate of your specific model and the charger. It takes around 6 hours to fully charge a 40 kWh battery car. The AC wall box installation should be done by a trained electrician. One of the conductive method is AC charging. We know that the power that comes from the grid is always AC. So the batteries in electric vehicle can only store DC. So when it comes to electric vehicle, the converter is built inside the car. So it is called onboard charger. It converts the power from AC to DC and then feeds to the car's battery. This is the most common charging method of electric vehicles today. The advantage of this charger is the battery can be recharged anywhere where there is an electrical outlet. AC charging can easily communicate to the battery management system BMS. This leads to the high performance and low cost. On the other hand, this method is suitable for the plug-in hybrid vehicle in which the specific energy is lower. Here the AC power has to be converted into the DC power in the car, and there is a limitation in the power output. So this is a disadvantage of onboard AC charging. This is because of the weight and size restriction of the onboard charger, and normally AC charging needs longer time. So next one is DC charging. Currently the quickest way to charge an electric vehicle, which provides charging power above 50 kW through a voltage of 450 volt and up to 125 ampere. It is capable of charging from 20% to 80% of charge in approximately 40 minutes. The difference between AC charging and DC charging is the location where the AC power gets converted, whether it is inside or outside the car. DC charger has the converter inside the charger itself, so it is called off-board charger. It means that it can feed power directly into the car's battery and doesn't need the onboard charger to convert it. DC charging requires high investment in installation when compared to AC charging, and they are available only in the public charging stations. The next method is inductive charging, which has two categories. First one is static charging. It is the energy transfer from the power supply to electric vehicle through the principle of electromagnetic induction at high frequency. The main idea of induction charging is the use of two magnetically linked coils. The primary coil is placed on the road surface and the secondary coil is placed on the electric vehicle. Alternating current passes through an induction coil in the charging station, and this changing magnetic field creates an alternating electric current in the electric vehicle coil, which in turn passes through a rectifier to convert it into DC. Finally, the direct current charges the battery. The wireless charging is quite convenient and is less mess than conductive charging since there is no cable. The next category is dynamic charging. Dynamic wireless charging of electric vehicle could become a preferred method since it would enable power exchange between the vehicles and the grid while the vehicle is in motion. The system is capable of charging an electric vehicle dynamically up to 20 kilowatts at highway speed. With dynamic charging system and range anxiety typically experienced by the drivers of electric vehicle can be minimized with the continuous charging of its battery while driving on enabled roads. Further, this type of system removes the need of large battery storage, allowing a steep drop in vehicle weight and improving the overall efficiency as a result. Electric vehicle typically requires many hours for fully charging. However, dynamic wireless charging technology eliminates that requirement by delivering power even when the vehicle is in motion. The last method is battery swap. It involves the use of automated or semi-automatic system to exchange the depleted battery within a fully charged one. The process can only be completed by a technical person. The process is meant to achieve a comparable refueling time to a traditional gasoline vehicle, with swaps typically completed in 3 minutes. Thank you.